This is the entrance to the Black Country Living Museum here in Dudley. Hello and good morning, welcome to S&B Diaries. Today we're visiting the Black Country Museum right in the heart of Dudley. And what it does, it gives you a prediction and shows you around. It's like a time capsule of Victorian England right in the heart of the Black Country. So follow me. This was the world's first industrial landscape and one of the most intensely industrialised regions within the UK. The place you see is, you can see history brought back to life and discover the Black Country in the open air museum which we're currently standing. The museum has grown into a working village which includes 50 shops and houses over 26 acres. The entire village is stuck in a time capsule by winding alleys and costume characters and gaslight cobbled streets. You can step back in time into Victorian Britain. Here comes a traditional horse and trap. Good morning to you guys. So the large building in the centre of your picture there is Hobbs & Sons. It's a 1930s fish and chip shop which still sells fish and chips the old-fashioned way in beef dripping. There's actually lots of school trips here on educational visits today. We've seen at least 5 so far. So it's a great place for them to learn about what happened back in the 1930s. By brick. They were actually buildings that actually existed right in the heart of the Black Country. We're looking at some Victorian shops down here in the Black Country, and here's a tobacconist. Just sold tobacco. Get your pipe tobacco and your cigarettes. Triumph Sunbeam, 1934, £48. That's cheap. Expensive back then. In Victorian times, as it was, and each of these houses and shops would have painstakingly been rebuilt brick by brick. Going to show you a traditional Victorian sweet shop with the sweets in the window. And next to it we have a traditional baker's. Show you some of the delights of what they've got on offer here. Yeah, I was looking at the sponge in the corner, the Victoria sponge.
Is the big here?
Yeah. General store. Got some yeah, eggs, and it would have been like a butcher's and selling dry goods. They got some produce here, vegetables. Freshly made tripe, it says. Mr. Gregory's freshly made tripe.
Is it a real rabbit or just plastic?
It's probably been taxidermied, stuffed. There's a hardware store. Got the old bathtubs outside. Used to have in your front room and fill it up with hot water from your stove. From probably a brass or a copper kettle.
That's enough for going on.
We've got some Victorian, traditional Victorian pub. A chapel and a chemist. Traditional cobbled street.
Oh, yeah.
There's a coal dealer with some carts. You would have all your coal weighed out on a special scales, like a weighing machine. A couple of traditional houses on the cobbled street, looking back towards the church, which is right by the tree in the centre of your picture. And we've come down. This building says it would have been a police station, which comes out onto the canal yard. This is also the location where they filmed some parts of the Peaky Blinders. They're doing boat dock tours here at 1:30. Anchor Forge, formed at Craigley Heath. There's a giant anchor there. And then traditional tower. Someone's got their stove on. You can see the smoke coming out of the chimney of the canal boat. And Birmingham and the Black Country, sorry, Birmingham would have been right in the heart of the Black Country where all the coal was, so they would have been repairing the boats down here on the dock. It's a 1930s cinema, very dark inside with pews with a traditional camera inside. So you would have had 4 families staying in here, one on each side of the property. They're called back-to-back houses. We've just entered into the parlour of one of the Victorian houses. Just show you the tiny little cooker there with a wash basin. Fireplace with the carpet beater.
How many families here?
Two families, she said, one in each room. The view out into the tiny gardens, about 10 foot by 5 foot. You just go through the doorway. This lady apparently knocked through the wall.
This is their living room.
Their front room. And then it just heads back out onto the street. So traditional shoe repairers, where you would have had the soles of your shoes and your heels repaired. Shoes were expensive back then. A little view in the window. Just heading down the old walkway here to the underground tunnel trips, which takes us down to the Canal basin. See all the lovely canal barges that are here outside the Dudley Canal Trust. Here you can hire a canal barge or go on a trip and go through the tunnels to the cabins. See how they would have transported the coal down the canal. The tunnel's the white arch right there in the centre of your picture.
We done that.
We have actually did that the first year that we were here. That's where we came. That goes back down the canal in that direction. Eerily quiet down here at the moment. And we're gonna head back up here. We're currently outside the mine entrance. The gentleman inside is doing a display for the children about the miner's lamp, what used to be called a Davy lamp.
How did I stop you from burning my hand? What did I say I put this in? What did I put my hand in before I started to burn my hand? Water. So there's your hand. Okay? Water.
We're standing outside Braeburn and Wedge, which is a working garage here at the Black Country Museum, and inside they have a selection of old motor cars and motorbikes, the oldest being 114 years old, still in working condition. It now serves as the open store for the museum's motor vehicle collection, which includes restoration and maintenance. Here's a selection of some of the vintage motor cars and motorcycles. In the repair shop of some of the vehicles undergoing maintenance. Wow, 1903. Sunbeam motor car. We're now looking at a selection of the vehicles here. So thanks very much for watching today, our little tour of the Black Country Living Museum. That's all from S&B Diaries today. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.